Audio check 1 2. Audio check 1 2 3. 3 2 1. Audio check. Hey guys, AJ Town here with the T Storm Chasers live and in studio, bringing you guys the latest weather update as we start to watch the next 24 to 36 hours and what's going to come into play and that severe weather threat that we are watching over the course of, again, that next 24 to 36 hours, where it's really going to be interesting to see what's going to happen. I will say that. Few things are playing into factor with this as well. We'll jump into that and kind of see what we're looking at and kind of what we're watching with this system as it does progress. Now, the good news is we're going to get a lot of rain out of this. That is the one good thing out of this. But the bad news, folks, is we are looking at damaging winds, damaging hail, tornadoes, long track tornadoes, possibly EF2 or greater tornadoes with this system. So we want you guys to take this very seriously at this point in time. If it doesn't happen, great. It doesn't happen. But the thing is with this, folks, is we got to take this seriously at this point in time. This is the time when it's prepare time. It's not time to joke. It's not time to take this and be like, oh, it's not going to happen. We live in Sioux Falls. It doesn't happen. One thing I want to mention before we jump too far into this video, and those of you that are joining me, Sioux Falls, when Sioux Falls had their 3 tornadoes move through the area a few years ago, we were at a 2% risk tile, guys. I just want everybody to think about that for just a minute. We were at 2% and a slight risk of severe weather for that day. So just kind of think about that when I'm talking through everything, that this is something to take seriously. Before we get started, hit those likes, hit that heart. Let's see you guys interact with us on this live right now. We are bringing this to you guys live in studios. Time is 16:07. So we are bringing you the latest information that we are seeing across the wire. And as we do, going to jump into that real quick. Here is the latest from the National Weather Service for today. Now, these folks are out of Norman, Oklahoma, the smartest weather people, so I want you guys to take this seriously. I want you guys to look at this map and take all this information very seriously. Remember, continue to hit that smash that like button and hearts button. Let's get it more interactive so then more people are aware that we are live and we can bring this life-saving information to you. So as we go through today's risk, we're going to look at that 5% right along the I-80 north of the I-70 corridor. So we are seeing that risk as well for today. They are seeing some storms move through the area as we are watching currently speaking. Their hail risk is going to be their primary threat with that, as we do see that they are right at that 30 percentile. As we go into their wind event is going to also be right along that high I-80 corridor for today. Now, a lot of you are joining us from the local area and want to know what is going on for tomorrow. Right now, that orange area is in that Sioux Falls area, down to that highway or I-80 corridor, and down just north of that Omaha area. So, again, that is that enhanced risk of seeing some severe weather. Now, we're going to have two systems move through the area, and we are going to see those two systems really move through the area, one tonight and into tomorrow morning, and then it's going to take a break for a little bit, and then we're going to see our next round, which that's going to be our severe weather maker. That's going to be the weather we have to watch. Kicking things off right around that 4 o'clock time frame and peaking right around that 6, 7 o'clock time frame. No, I'm just kidding. I had to do that. Sorry. But anyways, we are looking at this enhanced risk. Now, this next screen, I want you guys to remember that 2% that I talked about earlier for that Sioux Falls area. Again, before I jump into that, hit that smash button, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that heart button. Let's get as many people on this stream as possible so we can get them weather aware for what's coming up tomorrow. Because, folks, tomorrow is when the serious stuff starts happening, and it is going to be coming into play. And there's a lot of features that's coming into play here. And yes, we are concerned about the tornado risk. We are concerned that it's going to be a large tornado possible outbreak. We are concerned that we are going to see EF2 or greater tornadoes with this. We are concerned that it's going to be a long-tracked event as well. So, that being said, we're going to jump into this. Next screen. Next screen. I have not seen this red 15% for South Dakota in a number of years. 10%, last time we saw a 10% area was 2024. April 15th of 2024 is the last time that we saw this 10% risk. That 15% risk, I couldn't even tell you for the career that I've been doing T-Storm Chasers, so over 16 years of doing this, that we saw that 15 risk. That being said, I know a lot of you have asked about this track and what's going on with it. And I zoomed in quite a bit here so we are able to see cities that are going to be impacted. Sioux Falls, Sioux Center, Yankton, Sioux City, Plainview, Norfolk, Nebraska are just a few of the cities that are impacted by this 15% risk. That 10% risk does expand a little further outward, impacting Worthington, impacting upwards to Pipestone, Minnesota, south of that Brookings area, down into the highway or I-80 corridor, Grand Island, Nebraska, York, Nebraska, over into Fremont, over into the Storm Lake, Iowa area, just to that east. As I zoom out there, we have that 5% risk tile, which is Brookings. And further south there, south of that Grand Island, Nebraska, Omaha area. As I zoom out a little further, we can see that blue or that green area there. That is a 2%. Now, we had that 2% risk the last time that we had tornadoes come through the area. Now, am I saying it's going to happen and it's going to wipe everything off the planet? No. Folks, I'm saying that we need to partner together, get weather aware, have plans in place, and have sources available for you guys because of how widespread this is going to be and how dangerous this event is going to be with this tornado. So again, real quick, zooming in, this 15% does include that Sioux Falls region and region southwards. South of I-90, north of, what is that? North of 275 there. North of, over into Pilgrim, Nebraska, where they had those twin tornadoes not too, couple years ago. Pender, Laurel, Yankton, Viborg, just to name some of these towns that are in this 15% tornado risk. So, if you are in that pink area, what to expect? Expect that there is a chance of seeing a tornado of 15% of seeing one within 25 miles of any given area within that 15%. 2%, we had 3 tornadoes move through the Sioux Falls area. That's why I'm asking folks to take this serious. Share with all your friends. Share with all your families. Let's get this stream going where we have a large number of people on the stream to get them weather aware. Another threat that we are seeing is that hail. Baseball plus sizes of hail is what we are expecting with this system as well as it moves through the area. Next option that we're looking at is that damaging wind event as well. That is that in that pink area as well. So we are seeing that as well. That 30% for that damaging risk for that area. Now, as we switch over to, a lot of you are asking questions as far as timing and when is this system going to move through. We're going to take a look at that. But before I do, I got to reset it because I took a look at it before I jumped on stream, so then I would have the latest information. Timing of this. Timing is a huge factor with this, right? So we're going to start put this in play. We're going to see some showers and stuff push through the area tonight into this evening. We're going to have some development over in Colorado, moving into that Nebraska panhandle, moving in a northeasterly direction. Now this is going to start moving into forming that line. You can see that line that it just formed there, right? That's going to continue to progress its way in a northeasterly direction. Okay? So as that does progress its way in a northeasterly direction, we do see some possibility. You can see those little bit of purple there, right? That purple is an indication of some stronger cells. Would not surprise, this is going to be a squall line with some QLCSs that are going to be involved with this. This is continuing to progress its way northeastward. As this continues to progress its way northeastward, we are going to see that wind threat. 1 o'clock in the morning is what we are seeing this starting to move in. Let's go to 2 o'clock. Give me just a second. Get that moved out of the way. As we go into that 2 o'clock hour, that really starts to come into that South Dakota region. 3 o'clock in the morning. This is 3 a.m., folks, okay, that we're seeing the squall line start to come into it. Boom. About 4 o'clock in the morning, we expect these showers and storms to move through the area. We expect some severe weather with these. We don't expect a huge severe weather threat with this. Then as we go through the morning, we'll have those isolated chances. Then we have that clearing. Now this clearing is a huge factor into what we are going to be seeing with this tornado threat. Now, as we come into that next hour, we have some isolated showers that will stick around. Look at that clearing. So, right through this area, right? That's about right where we're watching, okay? There's not much cloud cover that is expected right there at, I think this is 10 o'clock in the morning, at noon, okay? Right during that peak heating hours. That's what we want. We want to see that peak heating hours of the for this severe weather event. Now, as we go into that 1 o'clock hour, we do see this line of storms that are moving into the area. Those will push off in a northeasterly direction, right? So as those push off into that northeasterly direction, we'll see here into that next hour, we still have that clearing. By about 2 o'clock there, we have some of those storms still sticking around, pushing in that northeasterly direction and still forming that line, right? Now we're in that 5 o'clock hour. There it is, folks, right about that 6 o'clock time frame. There is our system right here. Right there. Give me just a second here. I want to do something.
Boom, 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 boom. All right. So we are seeing this system is starting to develop right here, right along south of that Mitchell area, right? Let me get over here. Right along that area here, south of that Mitchell, right? We are seeing these cells that are starting to form right there. Those are the cells that we are going to have to watch really closely because these are entering that prime area of severe weather. Highway 81 is right here, just to kind of give folks references. So it's going to happen right south of that Mitchell area. I think that's Highway, 37 that moves through Mitchell area? I forget off the top of my head. Highway 81, though, we're starting to see those cells starting to form. Those cells are going to continue to progress in a northeasterly direction, and that's where we're going to see that tornado risk really start to form. We do see as well a cell that is right by that Sioux Falls area as well. Something we're going to have to pay close attention to over the course of the next couple model runs is this cell going to have enough energy to get fired? The other factor here is that this line is forming. You can see right through here is where that frontal bound dry line is. That's where this cell is forming right in front of it, and that's where our greatest concern is with it. So we have this cell here that is happening right about that 6 o'clock time frame that we have to keep a very close eye on. I'll jump back over to the computers for you folks.
So as I did mention, these are the cells that we're going to have to watch fairly closely here is right through here. Now, let me get this out of here. North of that Yankton area, south of that Yankton area, right by that Sioux Falls area as well. Now, as we come into that next time frame, folks, this is not looking good on radar, is how I will put it. We have 3 areas of concern right now on this radar, and one of them is that Sioux Falls area, north of that Harrisburg area, moving into Iowa. We also do have that area there by Canton as well that we are watching really close as well. And down along Highway 50 is another one. This is 7 p.m. now at night. The energy is still going to be there. Things are still going to be there, and they're still going to be just as strong right about that 7 o'clock time frame. As we come into 8 o'clock time frame, the system does continue to progress in an northeasterly direction and moves into Iowa and northwest Iowa. We're at 8 o'clock on Sunday night is what we are watching this cell move into that Iowa area. It is a great concern that we are having with these cells, how strong they are indicating on radar right now. Now, this is Futurecast. So does that mean it's going to happen? Not 100% guarantee that this is going to happen. But what we can say as of right now, it does appear to be happening. There's a lot of still some factors that are going to play into this. One of the factors is how quick those storms move out of the area through the overnight hours and into the early morning hours. We're still seeing these strong cells move through that Sioux Falls area, forming, yep, I was right, Highway 37 is right where that frontal boundary is, and they're forming, as we come into the next slide there, you can see that they're already starting to form right there, right along that 5 o'clock time frame. Those are going to continue to progress their way eastward, is what we are going to see. Okay. As we go into that next model run, you can see that line did shift just a little further to the south and east. Next model run, it continues now on an easterly path. Now, this is for South Dakota. I'm not touching down into Nebraska yet. Nebraska is right along that same time frame. About right after that 5-6 o'clock time frame, cells start to form there just southwest of the Norfolk, Nebraska area, and continue to progress their way eastward, where we're also still seeing those strong cells down in northeast Nebraska. This is 7 o'clock on Sunday night that we are seeing this move through. As we go into that 8 o'clock hour, we see it impacting that Sioux City area and continuing to progress their way eastward. Another round moves through about 9 o'clock for that Sioux Falls area and areas north as well. As we continue to progress this eastward, what we are seeing now at this point in time, and this is where we might see a large derecho form, is now we are at that 10 o'clock hour that we are seeing this line of storms that are forming. You can see that line right there. They're going to continue to progress their way eastward. You can see that bow in the imaging of that radar. That is a strong indication that this is going to be into as well a wind event after it moves through the Sioux Falls area. So again, right around that 6 to 8 o'clock time frame, we are seeing the greatest threat of that severe weather moving through the area. I have some great concerns of what I just saw on radar of what's going to happen. One other thing, we're going to look at our tornado parameters here as well. And you can just see how unstable this atmosphere is coming into that time frame, right around that 6, 7 o'clock time frame. So any of these cells that get formed and they're right along with that path, they're going to have that tornado signature as well coming into Iowa. So right now, between 5 to 8 o'clock is what we are looking at as well. Right now, I'm calling out some people on chat that I'm seeing on Facebook. Guys, this is not a time to joke. That you'll believe it when you see it. It's a time to prepare and have a plan in place and what to do as we come into the next 24 to 36 hours. This is a very strong system that is coming into play over the next 36 hours. As we look at our supercell composite as well, coming into the next, after 5 o'clock there, 4 or 5 o'clock, we do see that there's tons of energy in the atmosphere, which is very scary to talk about. We do see that there is, let me see here. I thought I had. There we go. This is coming right around that 6, 7 o'clock time frame. There's just so much energy out there. And you can see this on these maps. And it's just one of those that this is going to be one of probably the scariest events to possibly come across the region this year. So definitely something that needs to be taken very, very seriously as we come in to tomorrow. Right around that 15% is what we are looking at for that area in green/red. That does include the Sioux Falls area. We cannot stress enough, now is the time to prepare. It is not time to joke about it. It is not time to say we'll see it when we believe it. It is a time to get prepared. Let me use this one as well. Give me a 48-hour run, please. We'll go 48-hour run. We'll let this load real quick. This will give us a little better and a little more detailed, so you guys can take a look at those county maps. I've heard that you guys enjoy those county maps as well with this as we come into it. So that's loading. Oh, we are loaded. We'll have some rain showers push through the area here tonight and into the overnight hours. We'll have a cell that'll come through that is going to bring us some damaging wind threat into the overnight hours. So we are going to have to watch that pretty closely here. Then as we come into about that 3-4 o'clock time frame, that's when we expect it to move into that Sioux Falls area, 5-6 o'clock. Then we got to watch when this clearing starts to happen. 7-8 o'clock in the morning, we start to see that clearing. We have clearing for a couple hours, in fact. And now 5-6 o'clock, this is still picking up some of those stronger cells here north of that Viborg area, north of that Yankton area, south of that Yankton area, and even into that Sioux Falls area right around that 6 o'clock time frame. As we go into the next slide here, we are looking at right around that 7 o'clock time frame, that huge severe threat that we are coming into. That threat right now for that area does include some of Sioux Falls. I mean, we can really zoom in and see where this threat is at, and it does include Harrisburg, Sioux Falls, Lincoln County areas, down into that Clay and Yankton County area as well. Next slide here, folks, we do see it shifts off to the east and moves into northwest Iowa about that 8 o'clock time frame. Now this is tomorrow night that we are looking at. Quickly forms a line and pushes off to the east. We do have some lingering showers that will move through the area in the course of the overnight hours as well. But folks, I cannot stress this enough. And I know some of you in chat are just blowing it up was, oh, we'll see it when we believe it. And does this happen? And can it really happen? And et cetera, et cetera. Folks, models are there. Everything is there. Everything is in place. Some of the smartest weathermen out there have issued this 15%. This is not a 15% that we issued here at T Storm Chasers. This is something that was issued by the National Weather Service out of Norman, Oklahoma, with some of the smartest weather people out there. So again, we got to watch this weather very, very closely over the course of the next 24 to 48 hours. Riley will be live back in studio here at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday. He will start being live with coverage updates. Our team is ready to roll out. We have multiple teams that are ready to roll. We're going to be out. We're going to get this for you guys. We're going to get everybody safe. Make sure you sign up for that weather call. Get that phone call from us. In fact, I might have a copy of that. I don't. I do not. I did have one at one point in time. But we are looking at a system that is definitely coming into play and definitely going to be of concern coming into the next 24 to 48 hours is what we are going to be watching. Might actually have one here. Hold on. Nope, I do not. Okay, well, that is fine. I don't have one. I thought I had one. But it looks like I do not. Oh, there it is. This is what you will get when you call when Weather Call calls you. Ready?
Hello, this is AJ with the T-Storm Chasers. The National Weather Service has issued a tornado warning for your immediate area. Seek shelter now by getting into the lowest, most central part of your location, either storm shelter, basement, closet, or bathroom. Repeating, the National Weather Service has issued a tornado warning. Please seek shelter now. This message is from Weather Call Next Gen. Tune in live to our YouTube channel for the latest information.
That is the phone call you will receive when there is a severe weather event. Be sure to sign up for tscalert.org. $15 a year, you're going to get that life-saving phone call. Now is the time to get signed up, folks. Now. We're in that 15% tornado risk. Folks, this has been one of the hardest streams that I have done in a long time with the way that I have seen this setup. So I do want you guys to take this seriously, watch it, and definitely pay attention. This 15% chance is not something to joke about. Sioux Falls had a 2% risk when we had that 3 tornadoes move through the area. Stay with T-Storm Chasers. Sign up for Weather Call. We're going to bring you guys the latest coverage. We're going to continue coverage. We'll continue posting. We'll continue bringing you more information as this weather event starts to happen. Things start to unfold and more activity comes into play. Stay tuned, guys. This has been